Yeah. The logic of music. I mean, still after all these years, it's still mysterious and still surprising to me. Great about this writing sessions is we don't really know the bars lengths we're doing. We don't know where the chorus is. We have an inclination for where it is, an instinct, and I just find that to be the nearest I'm going to get to improvising jazz or something. And at the end of like this new song, Dream You Back, we're talking about 7 minutes and it's almost turned into 2 songs. I sort of joke and say it's like prog rock or post rock, but the song, without us planning it, it's we call each other on the phone and say, there's 2 songs here. It's sort of halfway through at 3 minutes 50, it's this. Then there's this other section which moves on from there.
Talking about bandages.
Bandages, yeah, bandages of grace, yeah. And so, and then we look at the first verse is 8 bars, the next verse is 12, and so the logic is to do with improvisation and heart and performance, and we don't. I think Brian's the same. We don't analyze it and go, it can't be that. We mustn't do that. Go with the flow, and there's an unseen mathematics involved. And I think as musicians, we're all pretty fascinated to say that some spiritual work comes from mathematics. And I think sometimes when you're doing music and you're just going from the spirit, you suddenly look back after you've done something and said, there's a logic we see now, but we didn't see it when we were doing it,
Yeah.
Same for you?
Yeah, the 2 songs that we've been working on recently have formed themselves naturally. It's not, we haven't said this is a verse, this is a chorus, this is a middle 8, this is a bridge or whatever. They've just formed naturally, and we've added to them using spiritual dynamics. So we've listened back to it and we felt this sounds like a good place to lift the song, and therefore a chorus is built. We haven't said we have to have a chorus here, we have to have a verse here, and it's just a great way of working. It's such a free way of working.
I think it takes us back to some of those records as kids that we listened to and we didn't understand as well. You'd listen to King Crimson, or you'd listen to the Mahavishnu Orchestra and you go like, I like it, but I don't understand it or know why it works. And there's a little bit of that going on now, which is lovely to feel.
Like having themes in a song, like you don't start off with a theme, but the theme develops, and eventually you come around and you repeat the theme, and it encloses it in a song shape. It's not necessarily preconceived. It's just a natural process.
And for fun to finish on that, Brian threw a guitar track down and we didn't know what we were doing and we weren't sure about it. And we said, well, we'll put that in the rough mix for all week until we come back next Thursday. Then we brought out 2 very, very small keyboards and plugged them in like a CP70 and a very small boutique CS80, and just plugged Brian in and said, go for it. And as Brian was doing it, he was going, I don't think anything's here at all. I don't think I'm getting it. And I'm sat there going, there's something magical here. And then
that was a weird experience for me, because I had to go away and not listen to the song for 24 hours, because I knew if I listened to it, I'd still be caught up in the session where I was in a negative frame of mind. And it was Martin's positive reinforcement that made me listen fresh and start hearing things that he had heard while the session was going down. And that is such an advantage, having a partner that you understand and you trust, that can point these things out to you. That was probably not the best session I've ever played, but it turned out great results. And it's because you insisted, just finish it, do the part, and listen to it later, and that's exactly what we did.
And we see things visual, because as Brian was playing this and thinking, I'm not sure about this, we were saying things like, think of old London, think of a church and it's rainy and it's wintry and somebody's walking out of the shadows. Just think that, and look at the swimming pool and it's at night, and Brian's going, Pagey's gone bonkers.
Shut up, Pagey.
Yeah, shut up. I'm not enjoying this at all. But then I could feel something, and we got it. And we listened today and we were like, some of that we could never emulate. That was great. Yeah.